Hello everyone! Welcome to Star Trek Online. Commander Simlex here, and today we will be going through another quick guide, this time talking about the R&D system and the upgrade system, focusing on the gear upgrade system. The gear upgrade system is built into Star Trek Online to allow you to upgrade the mark/gear level of a piece of equipment, as well as upgrade its quality or rarity, and therefore affect its procs and enhancements. I just realized that I used the term proc there. Procs are buffs and debuffs that are applied to a particular piece of gear that will either impact the base statistics or impact the enemy statistics in a negative fashion, and therefore enhance the piece of gear's statistics. To access the gear upgrade system within Star Trek Online, you need to go to your inventory. It is very much built into the gear itself. And if we wanted to upgrade a particular item, say we wanted to upgrade a dual heavy cannon, for example, such as this Romulan plasma dual heavy cannon, we would go over to the item and then right-click on it, and then select Upgrade Item. This brings up the Upgrade Items screen. This screen allows you to upgrade up to 3 items at a time, and we can see which items have current upgrades progressing in the upgrade slots here. Now, something to note here is that these slots are only utilized if the item needs time to upgrade. So if you use a basic or higher tech upgrade, but not an ultimate tech upgrade, and we will get to those in a moment, then the item will need some time to upgrade, and then it will sit in one of these slots until the upgrade is complete. If we look at the rest of the window here, we see that we can see the current item slotted here, and we can hover over it to see the statistics of the current item, including the procs/enhancements. There is something else, though, that is very useful when upgrading items in Star Trek Online, and that is you can also see the final result, granted with a few caveats. The final results will be indicated here, in this slot, where you can see the level 12 outcome of this dual cannon upgrade, if we were to upgrade it. And you can switch back and forth, hovering over each piece of gear at both levels to double check the comparisons and check if the upgrade is actually worthwhile. Something to note, though, is that these only indicate the base statistics and the procs that are currently on the item. So if you have a captain that has other gear enhancements that affect cannon damage, for instance, or you have skills and skill points invested in skills that would enhance weapon damage, or you have deflectors that would enhance weapon damage, or consoles that would enhance the weapon's damage, these are not indicated here. Something else to note about these indications for both the original and upgraded versions is that the upgraded version may not include the procs/enhancements, because when you apply certain tech upgrades, the enhancement means that, the upgrade, I should say, would rearrange the proc/enhancements of the piece of gear. So therefore, you would not know what those proc/enhancements would be, and therefore they are not included, and would instead just show the basic statistics of that piece of gear at that level. This can be seen if the procs in the proc/enhancements are indicated as a bracket with a question mark next to it instead of what we see here, which is the ACC in a bracket, the crit D, and the proc in a bracket, which means that it has increased accuracy, critical damage, and it has the plasma proc, which is a damage over time effect that has radiation damage and things like that, as well as other enhancements. The thing is that if this had been upgraded in rarity, the bracket would not show anything and instead show a question mark, and therefore we would only see what the base statistics would be. Other aspects that you can see in this window are the number of technology points currently applied to the object/gear, and the amount of technology points that are required to complete the upgrade, as well as a progress bar for your current progress towards the upgrade, as well as a quality improvement chance progress as well. This combination of progress bars allows you to see how far the upgrade has progressed and when you will receive the upgrade, as well as show you how close you are to, or how much % chance you have of increasing the rarity. So in this case, if we were to increase the rarity, say you had a 5% chance here, the next time you upgrade, you would have a 5% chance of increasing the very rare status on this dual cannon to an ultra rare status. This would in turn change the procs, and that would go into the re-engineering system, but we'll cover that in another video. Now, amongst all of this, there is also this dilithium cost in the lower corner. Depending on the tech upgrade you use, there may be a dilithium cost as well, whereby you will need to spend dilithium to complete the upgrade. Not all tech upgrades require this though, so keep an eye out for that. Amongst all of this, you are now probably wondering, how do you actually perform a tech upgrade? To do this, you will need to apply a tech upgrade token. These upgrade tokens can be found in R&D packages from the Zen Store/C Store for premium currency, as well as within lockboxes, and can also be received during events, such as Galactic Red Alerts. Now, you may also be able to find them on the exchange, but the price in energy credits may be quite high, so that may or may not be an alternate option if you do not wish to spend real money on premium currency. Once you have the tech upgrade can be accessed by clicking on this box here. This will bring down a drop-down list of all the tech upgrades that you currently have available, and you can then hover over each one to see how many technology points the tech upgrade provides, as well as the other bonuses / stats for it. So say I wanted to use this Enhanced Universal Tech Upgrade. The Enhanced Universal Tech Upgrade, as listed here, would give me 30,000 technology points and have no dilithium cost. And it also has no caveat in terms of what it can be used for. We will get to that in a moment. However, it does not give me a quality improvement chance. That means that if I were to use this tech upgrade, there would be no chance of a quality improvement. So the rarity / quality of the item would not go up. So it would remain very rare, but it would go up in level / mark. to a level 12 in this instance. If I slot this, we can also see something else within this window. You can see that the 30,000 technology points are now in the potentially applied slot, and we can also see the actual upgrade progress, as well as any quality improvements that have been applied. Now, this is not actually applied, and that is something to note here. By slotting this, you see the potential gain, but until you hit the apply button, none of this is final. And this just allows you to see what the tech upgrade will do, and will allow you to modify your strategy as you go. So if we continue with this example here, the technology points, if we were to apply 30,000, we would get 62% completion. This is good because it would allow us to get closer to upgrading to a level 12. But a key thing to note here is that it would not actually be upgraded yet. This would not lead to an upgrade because we haven't reached the 100% required. We would need 48,000 technology points to upgrade to a level 12. So we would need to apply more tech upgrades to get to that higher point level before we would actually receive the final output, the level 12 Romulan plasma dual cannons. Now, there are several ways that we can improve this. One is to change the tech upgrade that we are utilizing to one with a higher point value, or we can add an accelerator / catalyst. And these are found within R&D packages, and these are kind of an interesting element towards the upgrade system because you can only find them within R&D packages. And as such, you need to get them through the C-Store / Zen Store for premium currency, or through a lockbox, which requires a lockbox key, which is also bought through the Zen Store / C-Store for premium currency. And just to reiterate, premium currency in Star Trek Online requires real money. Or a lot of dilithium, if you buy it through the dilithium exchange, which can be accessed through the lower submenu in the minimap here. However, all is not lost on that aspect of it as well, because you can potentially find accelerators and or R&D packs on the exchange, or even lockbox keys. To access an accelerator, very similarly to a tech upgrade, you just click on the slot and it will bring up a drop-down list. Unfortunately, my character does not actually have any accelerators on them at the moment, so I cannot really demonstrate this in too much detail. However, if one were slotted, it would enhance the technology points and potentially the quality improvement as well by a certain amount of modification, say 2 times. So then instead of 30, it would be 60,000 points. Therefore, it would jump from 62% completion all the way to over 100%. And therefore, we would be able to upgrade the cannons to its full Mark 12 level in one go. And because this ultimate tech upgrade, enhanced tech upgrade, has no dilithium cost, we would also not have any dilithium costs associated with it. And because it is an enhanced tech upgrade, there is also no wait time on it, so you would end up with nothing taking up any of these slots. I've been mentioning the different upgrade tokens and these drop-downs. You may be wondering where these actually are within the system. And the answer to that is in the R&D tab of your inventory, which can be found at the top of your inventory here. Within the R&D tab, you have an entire section of your inventory that is devoted to your research, development, and upgrade system, as well as your salvage. This is the area where anomalies and other research and development materials are stored, as well as upgrade tokens and salvage, so that you can utilize things like the re-engineer system or the upgrade system without taking up inventory slots in your main inventory. Now, if we delve a little bit deeper, there's even another cool aspect to the R&D system within Star Trek Online in terms of gear upgrades. You may be wondering, what happens to the points if I were to apply this and it only is at 62%? Or if we apply a tech upgrade and it goes to 110% and completes the upgrade, but there's still some points left over. There is good news there, because the points are saved in perpetuity per gear. Per gear piece. So in that sense, you will never lose them. If I were to apply these 30,000 points to this piece of gear, these points would remain here. And then the next time I go to upgrade this dual cannon, there would be 62% completion already applied and 30,000 points in the reservoir, waiting for the remaining points to get it up to the 48,000 that are required to get it up to level 12. Likewise, the quality improvement chance is also stored per gear every time you apply. So if this, for example, had a 2% gear quality improvement chance instead of none, then that would be added to this bar here if this were to be applied. And this would stack with the quality improvement chance of other upgrades. So if we continued to apply tech upgrades to get it up to level 12, the quality improvement chance would carry over. So then the chance of a quality improvement going from very rare to ultra rare, or ultra rare to epic, would continue to improve. And then eventually the percent chance would be so high that the quality improvement would be almost guaranteed. Because as we can see, we can even go up to 100%, but the likelihood of the quality improvement occurring increases each time because it is the percent chance that's increasing. Now, building on this, there are some tech upgrades that are immensely powerful within the game, as well as some that are rather limited but still very useful. And I say limited in that they are only usable on certain pieces of gear, and these can be accessed through the R&D system. And just to show it for a second here is one of the basic cannon weapon tech upgrades that my character currently has. This basic upgrade only gives 2,000 technology points when used. However, it also has a caveat to it, that it can only be used on cannons and cannon enhancing consoles. And it also requires dilithium to be applied. However, there is one key benefit to using these kinds of upgrades, and that is there are basic to superior upgrades, so you can get enhanced versions of these, but at the same time, you can also craft them. And you can access the crafting for this through the R&D system, which is accessed through the Duty Officer tab here, and then R&D, and then selecting the area from which you would like an upgrade token. Depending on your research level, you may or may not have access to any of the upgrade tokens or very limited access to the upgrade tokens. However, you will eventually have access to the upgrade tokens as you level up. And in this case, I was looking at the ground weapons as part of this example, and I am level 6, and apparently I just scraped by because the maximum level required to access the basic tech upgrade, not the advanced or superior, is level 5 in that R&D school. And here we can then craft a basic tech upgrade, which we can then use to upgrade gear. There are also alternate ways beyond the R&D system or beyond the various events such as Galactic Red Alerts that can be utilized to get R&D upgrade tokens for gear. And this is actually built into the Phoenix Prize Pack, which can either be found at no cost through Grim on Drozana Station during a Phoenix Prize Pack event, or bought for a small amount of dilithium under the special items section of the dilithium store under the minimap for 4,500 dilithium each, or 40,000 for 10 of them if you prefer. If you open up these packs, you will receive a prize token, either epic, very rare, ultra rare, or rare, with rare being the lowest level. Now, one of the cool things about how this synergizes with the gear upgrade system is that if you go into the rare section of the Phoenix Prize Pack and scroll down to the bottom, there is actually a universal tech upgrade for the Phoenix Prize Pack called the Phoenix Universal Tech Upgrade that you can get for each rare Phoenix Prize Pack token. And this grants you 38,400 technology points, as well as a standard quality improvement chance. It doesn't actually list a percentage, so I don't know how high that will go. And you can use it on any item, because it has no caveats as far as using it on only ground gear, for instance. And also it has no dilithium cost to actually be applied. And on top of that, if you instead receive a very rare token, for example, you can then, and granted, this is assuming that you don't want any of the items within the very rare section of gear that is listed here instead, but say you are really set on the upgrade tokens, you can then transmute the very rare token into 2 rare tokens, which means you can actually get 2 upgrade tokens from the Phoenix Prize Pack. This translates to 4 if you were to translate the ultra rare into 2 very rares, and then the 2 very rares into 2 rares. So then you would receive even more Phoenix Tech upgrades, which you could then apply to your various pieces of gear. It is an interesting but very nice way to get a upgrade token without having to spend either energy credits or premium currency or go through all the events that go on throughout Star Trek Online, if you would prefer. Now, I have mentioned events and getting tokens. In many cases, the events will provide you with enhanced universal upgrades or other such upgrades. However, there is one type of upgrade that is also provided by many events, and that is the Ultimate Tech Upgrade. These are very special in that they set the technology points and quality to maximum on any item that they're applied to, which means that they go from whatever level they are, whatever rarity they are, to level 16 legendary, which is gold rarity, in an instant. and it also requires no dilithium. So if we were to slot that into these plasma cannons, just for the sake of this example, we can see how many points the upgrade would apply, as well as the finished product. Now, we can note here that, as I mentioned earlier, the procs/enhancements are not there, and we can see that with the 3 question marks times 5. This means that the stats we are looking at are the base stats with no enhancements applied. And this is also a great way to see how many points we would actually need to reach this level of level 16 in terms of mark and level overall, because we can see that it would apply 473,600 points. And to reach level 12, we would have needed 48,000. So we can only imagine how many tech upgrades we would have had to apply if it weren't for this ultimate tech upgrade. Now, for the purposes of this video, I will actually not apply it here because I actually don't want to upgrade this cannon, but the principle is very much the same, whereby you would just apply the upgrade and then it would have the item land in your inventory, or if it needs time to upgrade, it would end up in the available upgrade slots here, and then as the time progresses, it would then allow you to claim the item as soon as it was done. And just to demonstrate, I actually upgraded a Vaudoir Polaron rifle a little bit earlier, and we can see that the upgrade was very much successful, whereby it now is level 16 with 5 procs/enhancements applied. And we can see the upgraded stats as we have here. This is a great way to upgrade your gear or keep old gear that you really like using or you really need because you want to meld it into the story that you've been building for your particular character, such as an old Jem'Hadar set or a lockbox weapon that is very rare level 11 but is not upgraded to the highest level, such as one of these phased Tetraron compression pistols. I realize I'm hovering over a level 12 here, but the principle still applies. And on top of that, there's actually a neat little sidestep. Just as another note, if you have an item like this Comarque Visionary Jester-driven charged particle conductor, which is levelless, you can actually get a free upgrade to level 12 for any levelless piece of gear through right-clicking on it and then hitting upgrade this item. This will automatically shift it from a levelless item to a level 12 item. Now this has both its benefits and drawbacks, because a levelless item means that it can be applied to any character and it will match their level. So it will go from a level 1 all the way up to a level 12. However, once you reach level 60, that is the cap at which it will stop leveling up. So a legendary piece of levelless gear can only go up to level 60 in terms of its potential. But if you then unlock it, well, I say unlock it, you're unlocking its potential by locking it into level 12, you then upgrade it from a levelless to a level 12, and therefore you can then move beyond level 60 and upgrade its full potential to level 16. However, this also means that it is locked at level 12 once that upgrade is complete. So if you want it to remain levelless for transferring between characters, or you would like to upgrade it to its full potential, that is entirely your call. And Some of you will probably be screaming at me right now, what about the re-engineering system for the enhancements or the salvage system? That will all be covered in a separate video, so please stay tuned for that. And that about covers the R&D gear upgrade system for Star Trek Online. Thank you all for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I hope you all enjoyed this video and had a great time learning about the upgrade system in Star Trek Online. Commander Simlex, out.